This is Street Smart Women, a series highlighting the inspiring stories of resourceful women entrepreneurs, some with limited formal education, who drive economic growth and innovation in Nigeria and across Africa. Against all odds, these women have built thriving businesses that sustain themselves and their families and contribute significantly to their communities. On this episode of Street Smart Women, we introduce two tenacious female entrepreneurs whose remarkable life and business journeys have shaped their worlds into what they are today. Their compelling stories of determination and survival showcase the true spirit of entrepreneurship. Meet Rukayat Adeleke, a 35-year-old businesswoman and single mother of 3.
My name is Rukayat Adeleke. I'm a businesswoman.
After ending her formal education at senior secondary level, Rukayat has been self-reliant ever since. Her journey has been filled with obstacles, yet she has navigated each challenging phase with remarkable strength and determination. Rukayat candidly shares how she has balanced the demands of running a business while raising 3 children alone, offering a glimpse into her unwavering spirit.
When I got pregnant, my parents said they didn't want the pregnancy, but there was nothing I could do about it. My boyfriend's parents said they wanted to meet my parents, but they refused. So, we were living together before I gave birth. While we were living together, there were some problems and things were not going well, so we moved to another place. Along the line, something was growing around my throat area, goiter, which is called begbe in Yoruba. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just gaining weight. We then went to UCH and were told to carry out a test. We did the test and it took about 4 months to get the results. I was told that there was not enough iodine in my body and that I would have to undergo an operation.
So, operation in 130,000 then.
They said the operation would cost 130,000 naira. I went to meet my father and he was indifferent, saying it was none of his business and asking why I was the only one falling ill because there was also a time I had back pain. But thank God I recovered. Then I stopped going to UCH. I started using some herbs and local medicine. Other people also gave me things to use. My boyfriend later asked what we were going to do about my neck. And I said I wasn't going to do anything about it anymore. When he saw that I was going to UCH, he stopped treating me well.
At the age of 22, while Rukayat faced the ordeal of diagnosing and treating goiter, her then boyfriend and father of her child abandoned her. This betrayal ushered in a series of challenges, leaving her and a 2-year-old son homeless.
Later, I want to worry for UCH hospital thing come up.
When he saw that UCH situation was coming up, he became hostile towards me. He wouldn't come home, claiming he had a job in Lagos and be away for about 10 days or a week. Along the line, I got a letter from the court saying I should leave the house. I asked him if we had issues when the neck issue started. He would lock me in the bedroom. I wouldn't let me into the sitting room, saying I didn't have the right to sit with him. He behaved differently, and I didn't have a choice. After that, I left the house and I didn't pack my belongings. I slept roughly day by day on the street At the time, I slept at my friend's place. But after 3 or 4 days, she started getting hostile towards me. I slept at my grandmother's place also. But after a while, she said I couldn't live with her anymore. I asked my mom to take my child in and help me take care of him. But she refused. Her siblings even begged her to take him in so I wouldn't have to stress. But their plea fell on deaf ears.
Ọmọ mi sọ́dọ̀ wọ́n ní àwọn ò lè gbọ́ ọmọ àbúrò wọn láti wá bá wọn pé kán jọ kán bá mi gba ọmọ ìsọ́dọ̀ kò ní jẹ́ pé màmá stress so yẹn wọ́n ní àwọn ò lè gbà.
Shortly after these hardships, Rukayat left Nigeria for Cairo, Egypt, in search of greener pastures, leaving her son in the care of a family member. She took up work as a maid. However, this journey did not unfold as Rukayat had hoped, presenting new and unforeseen challenges and hardships.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan wá ní Dubai. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn wá ní girlfriend ẹ̀ kan wá ní Cairo.
My older brother who lived in Dubai had a girlfriend in Cairo, Egypt. And I decided to go there, also using her links. I found money to get my visa done. My parents also helped. Where I first stayed, I worked as an house help. I didn't have a place to stay. So I stayed with some guys and a woman I was linked with from Lagos. She collected my international passport. I was told she didn't have the right to do so. So I asked for it and she started to quarrel with me.
Wọ́n ní wọn náírà láti gba pálí yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi pé kí n make sure pé mo béèrè pálí lọ́wọ́.
My other brother then called and asked her to return my passport. The night she gave me my passport, she went to get it somewhere and told me to sit outside in the cold. The other people I lived with after that got a job for me. I worked as a house help for an Arab family, taking care of the 2 children. They gave me things to do, and whenever I worked, I would finish around 11 p.m. Every time I wanted to rest, they would refuse.
Their
daughter and I bear the same name, but my employer gave me the name Jamila because the girl said I couldn't bear the same name as her daughter. They were giving me issues. I wanted to get another job, but I was there for 3 months. Where I was living, the lady would say she was going to work and I couldn't stay there. So I started sleeping in a church. Where I saw the other things weren't going well, I came back to Nigeria.
Despite her challenging ordeal in Cairo, Rukayat returned to Nigeria, seeking solace and planning her next move in the hope of finding a better life abroad. However, her stay in Nigeria extended far longer than anticipated. Despite this, Rukayat adapted to her circumstances, making the best of her situation and demonstrating remarkable perseverance and adaptability as she rebuilt her life. This phase brought its own set of challenges that significantly altered the course of her life.
When I
came back, I thought to try another country, but it didn't work. So I decided to get an apartment. Where I was living, the person helping me with the visa introduced me to another man who I started dating. After 9 years of being a single mother, I got remarried, but it didn't work out well. He wasn't taking care of the kids, even though I gave birth to a child for him.
I was in Baggy Market.
I was pregnant when I gave him money to stock up for my business. We were doing the same business and I was in Baggy Market. I was 5 months pregnant when I sent him to get goods. But I didn't get the goods or the money back. The money was about 400,000 naira. The wedding was about to happen when that occurred. So I didn't do anything about it. After the wedding, he reported that the goods in the shop were stolen. But I was told he was the one who sold them all.
So no problem. ọjà tó wà ní shop lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo ṣe wedding tán gbogbo ọjà tó wà ní shop ó ló lè lò kó òun náà ló wá fún mi ní report yẹn nílé.
Then I thought, fine, I'd already given birth for him. I birthed my child through cesarean section. So the stress was quite a lot. But I decided that doing business with him couldn't work. So I found money and got people to assist me. And then I started this business. He started working and wouldn't come home for about 10 days. He wouldn't pay for school fees or provide money for groceries. So I was the one taking care of the kids. I thought I shouldn't give birth to another child. But then I thought people would mock me for having kids with different men. Sometimes, if you're looking at what people will say, you wouldn't achieve anything. So I decided to give birth again. And know that I'm done with that.
At times, we can walk. So Jack can be more conceive.
After enduring the devastating incident of being robbed and losing the proceeds of her business, Rukayat displayed remarkable strength. She picked herself up, and 5 years ago, she ventured into selling foodstuff to provide for herself and her children.
5 years ago,
it has been 5 years since I started this business. I just paid the rent for the 5th year.
So that 5 years only to be.
Speaking on the challenges of running her foodstuff business, Rukayat highlights the significant impact of rising food prices. The cost of food has sometimes tripled, posing a major obstacle to sustaining her business. Despite these economic pressures, Rukayat continues to persevere.
The challenges I've faced in this business include the cost of goods and how expensive they got. Rice is now 80,000 naira. Before you could get 3 bags for that amount, spaghetti was 3,500 naira. And now it's about 16,000 naira.
It was 3,500. Spag now is almost be 16,000.
The amount we used to get 2 or 3 things then is now used to get 1. This business is what helps feed me and my children.
So the only thing to help me,
she advises women who are idle or struggling to find direction, urging them to make the best of themselves and strive for self-reliance. She emphasizes the importance of prioritizing their children's education, which is a good way to invest in their future for long-term success and stability.
Some people would say urgent 2K, but you can't live your life on urgent 2K. You need to be hardworking. There's no way you do something and not gain from it. Take care of your children. Don't rely on a man. Give yourself space when there are issues. I tried to avoid arguments when issues came up with my husband, so we would not get into fist fight with each other. But if you are uneducated, strive to get yourself educated. There is no man who will assist you without expecting something in return.
That's the best thing.
As we conclude Rukayat's extraordinary story, we celebrate a woman who has faced immense challenges with unwavering strength and determination, from battling health issues to traveling to Cairo in search of greener pastures, enduring harsh conditions as a maid, and being abandoned by men who left her to raise their children alone. Rukayat has persevered. Despite these hardships, she has built a business in a tough economy to provide for herself and her children. She is indeed an unsung hero, embodying courage and the relentless pursuit of a better life. Her journey is inspiring, showcasing the power of a determined spirit in overcoming adversity. Our second street smart woman on today's episode is Ahmed Dolapo, a 25-year-old undergraduate studying peace studies and conflict resolution. Her entrepreneurial journey began in 2015 when, at 16, she chose to learn hair braiding as an affordable yet empowering skill. Dolapo's story is an inspiration to both young and old.
My name is Ahmed Dolapo. I braid hair, locks, I do it braids generally. I started, that was 2015 when I started learning. I was in the middle of doing something that won't require too much of money and that will be able to keep me going. I'm actually an undergraduate. I'm still schooling.
After mastering the craft of hair making for many years, she decided to become her boss at the age of 23. Now, her beauty studio employs at least 10 staff members and apprentices. She shares her journey.
I started with a tiny space. It was still inside this complex, but downstairs. So I moved in last year to a bigger space. With the way I braid and I have a lot of returning clients and all of that, so I know I can't handle it myself. So I have to employ more people, train them well to be able to make the hair well then.
Dolapo explained why she chose to specialize in braids rather than general hair care.
For now, I would say I'm very, very good in that. And with time, I think I can still go into unisex and all of that. I started with, I think, 1.3 million. That was still when I was still downstairs with the rent, equipment, and all of that.
Often requiring customers to schedule appointments in advance. Dolapo explained that her passion for making people look good keeps her business thriving.
I would say passion. Passion and money too, obviously. But passion comes first because I really enjoy making people beautiful. I really enjoy it, every bit of it.
Dolapo runs a thriving business and recognizes the value of education, explaining her decision to pursue her undergraduate degree despite her financial stability.
It is actually very, very important. Education is very important, and there are some things that I think middle of last 2 years, when I just opened my brand, there are some things that there are opportunities that I'm meant to grab, but because of my school, I wasn't able to grab it, so I know that I needed to go back.
She offers guidance to young people without formal education who feel uncertain about their path but are determined to succeed.
My advice to them is just to start somewhere. You can be scared. I'm very, even me myself, I was scared when I wanted to start that. Are people going to like my work? Are people going to, because I was working under a salon before, so I was really, really scared before I made that decision of me being alone. So just start anywhere. You can start in your room. Anywhere, just start. And before you know it, you keep getting better every day.
For many, the fear of failure is a powerful motivator for success. Dolapo is one such individual, using this fear to drive her achievements.
I cannot afford to fail. I really want to be successful. And with things, I can say my life is in my hands. So anytime I feel that way, I just go through my Instagram page, scroll down, check how beautiful, how far I've gone, and I'll just be I've passed the page of giving up. So I think my works actually motivate me. It's so therapeutic seeing my videos, all of that. So I would just go back. I think my work speaks for me because I take my time to make the hair well. And even if it's just 2 clients in a day, I'm very, very satisfied with that. So 1 client can actually bring 10 people to me by them seeing the hair and the power of social media too. So I post on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Snap. and sometimes once in a while on Facebook, TikTok too. I post on TikTok too. So I think that's helped a lot.
One of her loyal clients happily shared her experiences with Dolapo, praising the exceptional service that keeps her returning time and again.
Specifically, I don't like anybody rendering service to me to impose things on me. So I love that about her. Though she make recommendation that why not do this, but she doesn't force you to do what you don't want to do. She has a soft heart, I can say, because there are times that I might just walk in and say I want to lose my hair and all hands will be on deck as usual. But she will still make time and check up on me. Probably I left angry or something. She'll be like, see, Sophie, you're not angry, this and that. And I love that about her. While I was serving in Abeokuta, I still come down to Ibadan to make my hair. That's how sweet she is. I wish her success because she really needs it. She's just that girl. And she needs all the love and affection anybody can give her.
Like many businesses in her field, Dolapo has faced several challenges, with staffing being a significant issue. She recounts a recent staffing challenge and discusses the new structures she has implemented to prevent similar problems in the future.
So I had one assistant, I think last year. So there was this issue that happened between she and her fellow colleague too. So she was so rude and saucy. So the next day I asked her to talk about it, but the way she responded, she feels so remorse to just say sorry and all of that. So I asked her to leave, that I can't work with, because the customer was around during that. So she left, and her family and her, the way they were calling me, trying to threaten me, that yeah, it was it was Buta. So they were just threatening me that I have to pay her salary, do all of that, that if not, that they are from Ijebu or wherever it is, that they are powerful people and all of that. So I was so scared that I have to pay her that same day. I was really, really scared. So since then, I've learned my lesson, and before you work with me, you have to have your guarantor, you have to go through so many necessary things. I can't just take you if I don't really know you from there.
She speaks on her role in mentoring and inspiring her staff and apprentices to excel in their craft, highlighting her dedication to fostering growth and learning within her team.
Most of them, the way they came, there are some styles that they can't handle. I can even say it myself. They get to like upgrade from me. I get to correct them every day, and they're ready to like listen to. So, and it helps them and me also, because they can attend to any clients without me checking their work.
She passionately shares her insights on the qualities that distinguish an exceptional braider and stylist, drawing from her experience and expertise in the field.
Focus on customer, happy clients, and you get to like know styles that can fit each of your clients and their hair too. You know how to handle different type of hair, you know how to handle natural hair, you know how to handle relaxed hair and all of that. So I think that's part of it. And taking your time to braid neatly also.
As we conclude Dolapo's remarkable journey, we celebrate a young woman who embodies courage and ambition. Starting at just 16, Dolapo mastered the skill of hair braiding, and by 23, she became her boss, running a thriving business. Though financially stable, she has returned to school to pursue her education, emphasizing her value on learning and personal growth. She is the epitome of a street-smart woman who dreams big and works tirelessly to see them manifest.